Hey, friends. Yeah, that's what I call you, friends, because that's what you are, my friends. Knife lovers around the world, welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. My name's Jake. Today we're going to look at the Harnds Viper. A nice dark tan brown, sort of a more chocolatey, chocolate milk color brown. Nice big blade. Feels great. Just the weight that I love to have in a folding knife. Come on down to the tabletop with me and we're going to take a good look at this thing and find out what makes it tick and what makes it so nice. Ooh, that thing is dirty. Let me wipe it off for you first. That 9CR18 MOV with that nice polish on it. Not a mirror polish, but a nice polish. Kind of makes the fingerprints stick to it, doesn't it? A thumb disc, full flat grind, drop point, gentle drop point right there, gentle belly, nice big long area flat. Let's see, that flat area is right around 2 inches long, not quite, but pretty close to 2 inches of a nice flat area, a nice gentle belly. Look at that knife. We got a handle that is right on 4 3/4. We've got a blade from that's 3 3/4 to the end here, and most of that is cutting edge, just a little bit, tiny little sharpener's toil right there that you can't use to cut with. Nice satin finish on that blade. Thick stainless steel liners that have just a little bit, I don't think you can see in there. If I can get the light just right, maybe. Oh, there you go. On this side, you can see it just barely on this side here. Just a little bit of skeletonizing in there, not much, just to make it a tiny bit lighter. I would have liked if they would have done, since they went to the trouble of doing that, I think they should have taken out more metal and making it even lighter. They could have easily taken out more. Nice lanyard hole, doesn't need to be any bigger, and it's right at the back end, should be perfect for that. A nice, really deep carry clip. Unfortunately, they only made it tip down carry. They could have easily made this nice big clip be tip up carry. But the detent is a little weak. It doesn't hold the blade closed. So even if the knife stayed exactly the same and they moved it to tip up carry, I don't think I'd do it. I just don't trust that detent. It's just not dialed in enough. It's too wimpy. So there you go. Number one negative is the detent. All those other things I mentioned so far are all positives, by the way. G10 chocolate liners. I like that texture in there. It's not too aggressive with the pocket clip. And yet it does sink all the way down to the bottom there. Yeah, the pocket clip could have been a little bit shorter. It looks okay. But this color, looks sort of gentlemanly. It doesn't look like a dangerous knife until you open it. And then you see the Viper. And you see that this checkered pattern or diamond pattern is supposed to look like a snake. Negative number two is because it is, let me close this up here. If you look, you can look at it that way. You can see that the G10 isn't flat, it's rounded. And because it's rounded, that's my dog eating his food, playing with his bowl there. They needed to be more careful with making this pattern, and instead it's not very deep in here or in here. It's either they sanded it down after the fact or they didn't put in the pattern evenly. Let me try to get it a little bit closer so you can see it right here. If it'll focus on this close here. Are you going to focus? There we go. So you can see that right in this area. It's a little too smooth, not as textured as it is there. That's negative number two. That's really being nitpicky, but it is on the surface. That's the part that you see. The texture is really nice for adding a good purchase, good grip in the hand, so it works for that. It's not hot in either hand when I use it. It's fine for that. Nice thick liner lock. Watch this. It locks up exactly where I want a brand new knife to lock up. That's perfect. 100% perfect in my estimation. What I like to see on a brand new liner lock is just that. I want to see the entire liner come just into the knife there. So the left side, in this orientation, the left side of the liner meets the left side of the knife perfectly. That's what I want in a brand new knife. That gives it time to wear over, and yet it gives solid engagement, that it is rock solid and strong. There's no blade play up or down here, no blade play side to side. The liner lock has been made and tuned exactly the way I like it. The barrels, that's not really a negative, but come on, guys. Your competitors like Ganzo, they put 3D barrels in there. Little hourglass shaped barrels. These are just little cylinders. You know, if you go to the extent of doing some skeletonizing of your liners, which Ganzo doesn't, actually they do right now. Their latest knife, the G753 and I think the 5.2 as well, they're starting to skeletonize their liners. Good on you, Ganzo. I haven't got one of them in yet. I've ordered them. I'm waiting. So these liners could have been made lighter, and they could have put in 3D pillars. They could have done better on the G10. And the lineup, it's off to this side. I've actually taken it apart, and I've tried everything I can try, and I can't get it better centered than that. The thing is, this is my second Viper. The first one I got was lined up perfectly. The centering was exquisite. The G10 was all done perfectly, so it was equally, you know, these lines were engraved equally deep all over. It was excellent. And I gave it to a good friend because you don't give garbage to your good friends. I thought it was a really good knife. I'm not calling this one garbage, but this one's definitely not made as well as the other one. So quality control, obviously, at Harnds is not all there. So there you go, 9CR18 MOV. And let's see how this stuff cuts. Are you ready? Let's start with something really light. I've had this knife for quite a while. Here's a receipt. A little catch there. Another little catch there. Is that a fold on the paper, maybe? Yeah, there's some... Oh, no, it's not. That's the fold on the paper. Yeah, that's where the fold was. The first two, there was no fold. That last one, there was a fold right there. But remember, this is even thinner than newsprint. This is receipt paper. And I've not sharpened it since I bought it, so it's doing pretty good. So, yeah, see, that cut, that was real good. It's not a bad blade. It cuts really well. I'm going to get some heavier stuff to cut and show you what else it does. So we got 4 layers. See that? 4 layers to cut through. I need to get a good purchase out so it doesn't come out of my hand. And let's see how it cuts. See that? Just no problem at all. She's pretty good. She can cut this stuff, no problem. The Harnds Viper. I like how it looks. If you do choose to buy it, good luck. I hope you get one that doesn't have the just the really minor defects, but there's, you know, 2 of them. The G10 and the lockup. I mean, how the centering is. It doesn't come close. You can see it doesn't come close to touching the liner. But yeah, pretty good. Almost a gentleman's knife, not quite. If you like this video, please hit like on the bottom right-hand corner down here. And if you want to share it with somebody, down in the lower left right here. And thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. It does make a difference to me. There's a reason why I don't show you commercials. I don't want to put you through commercials and stuff. But I would like subscriptions to help my videos get higher ratings. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Remember, Always cut towards your chum, not your thumb. Ooh, the color went weird on there. Let's go. There you go. The color's back. This camera does weird stuff, man. Don't cut your thumb. Bye now.